This is really a true brand building experience, and I hope that you guys are taking full advantage. These sessions are so valuable, and it's going to help you get to a place where you are going to be able to just strategize and see the money just roll in because your marketing is going to be on point. Good morning. I pray your day is off to an amazing start. I know mine is. You have just logged on to your free consultation with me, Dewana Lewis. I'm excited. We're moving right along. We are moving right along for my returning guest, my returning clients. Hello, nice to see you again. We're getting through this. If you are new, hi. Hello. But thank you for joining us. I do recommend that you go back to our first episode and catch up from there. Take you about, with the number of episodes that we have out now, about maybe 2 hours and some change. But I would say where we are, what we're going to be talking about today is you're just going to be kind of jumping in and not really understanding what we're doing because I do buildable episodes. So it starts with one and then we go through, and now we are on our next session. So I do recommend you go back. I want to introduce myself. I am Dewana Lewis, and I'm a marketing specialist. I primarily work with restaurants, bars, lounges, and also personal brands. So I enjoy what I do, and I enjoy having the opportunity to come to you and take you through some of the things that I take my retainer clients through and really help build your marketing for your company. So this is my way of giving back and giving you some sound advice. Now, if you want some one-on-one time with me, so a one-on-one session, I do offer that. You can log on to my website. That's www.thedewanalewis.com. And we can have some one-on-one time and we can really talk about your company. This is general information that I'm giving through my podcast, but we can actually lock in on what you have going on, and I can help you understand your product and who you're selling it to and provide a little bit more strategy than what you are working on or working with right now. Right? So do that. www. All right, so www.thedewanalewis.com. Log on and let's get booked. All right, so our last episode, we talked about the competitors. I kind of went in a little bit. I got some feedback about that. I did. I went in on people who feel like they're their own competitor. In the bigger scheme of things, I think that sounds really stupid. Even from the feedback I've gotten, it still has not changed my mind at all. Don't avoid the smoke. Don't avoid the competition. Don't be scared of acknowledging that there are other people in your industry that's either better than you or coming for you. You need to be ready and you need to be locked and loaded. I give you an example of who really was not too, I want to say, who really at the end, who had got too comfortable and did not consider who their competition was, and that was Blockbuster Video. Blockbuster Video did not adjust to the competition and actually did not see streaming services as being competition or mail-in services for videos and DVDs and things like that. They did not see them as competition because they reigned supreme for so long that they did not continue to identify their competition and adjust and do what they needed to do to stay as the reigning king in the market. So what ended up happening, all of those Blockbuster videos that we used to see all over the place on every corner, whatever, there's only one left in America. I challenge you to look that up and find out where it is, okay? Now, with that being said, I gave you some homework. The homework was to identify your target audience. So you were supposed to write down 5 people that you like, and then you were supposed to write down 5 people that you don't like. And then under each category or each person or brand or company, you're supposed to write down three things that you like about that specific brand or person or company. And you do that for all the top five that you do like, and then the ones that you don't like, you write down three things that you don't like about that particular brand, company, or person. Now, why did I want you to do that? Because today we are going to be developing our brand commandments. That is 10 commandments that your company will live by, your brand will live by. I will always do this, 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 and this, and I will never do this, 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 and that. All right. So I would like to point out that when I was doing my brand camps, I started brand camps about, about 5 years ago. Maybe about 5 years ago, I started brand camps. And this part took quite a while because we had to do a lot of analyzing, finding patterns, and just breaking down the answers as to why you like who you like and why you don't like who you like, because some of it is personal feelings, some of it is personal things that you lack yourself, and so you don't like that in somebody else that they have it. So we had to break that stuff down and get through the clutter to actually start developing those 10 commandments. Here's the thing about 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, even ChatGPT was not jumping the way that it is now. We didn't have that same access to resources. Now I did have AI at the time, but it was really more so of just not a chat, but more so of like, can you develop this for me? Can you write this out for me? Not can you analyze my answers and develop 10 commandments for my brand. So with that being said, we do have Chat GPT now, and I do have a resource that will allow us to create these 10 commandments very fast. Actually, it's just going to take a little typing on your part, because I did tell you to write it out, and I'm hoping that you typed it. I'm hoping that it's just like a copy and paste. But what you need to do is you need to go on to my website, and you will need to click on episode 6. Episode 6 is going to have a form, and we did this before, and it's going to be the same way like when we was developing our brand story, and you had to put that information into the form, and this is the same thing. This is the same thing. So you click on episode 6, you will see the form from what you already did. For the homework for episode 5, you're going to take that information and input it into the form. Once you do that, it is going to send you an email with the prompt that you need to use to put into Chat GPT, and it's going to give you the output of what your 10 commandments are for your business. So you can thank me later, or you can kiss my pinky ring. I don't have a pinky ring. I don't know. I do too much gangster movies. I have a thing for gangster movies. I don't know where it comes from. I'm not a gangster at all. But yeah, I would just accept, a thank you. Just email me and say thank you for saving me all that time and helping to make sure that I get my brand 10 commandments. Yes. So what you're going to see in your output is you're going to see number one. Let's go back. So last episode I gave a example of someone who is a keynote speaker, and if they had to write down their competition. So number one, I said, hey, I like Eric Thomas. And then you have to write down the three things that you like about Eric Thomas. And then under that, you can put Bishop T.D. Jakes. And under TD Jakes, you put down the 3 things that you like about him. And then we skip down and we said Sarah Jakes Coleman. And then you write down the things that you don't like about her. The prompt will make ChatGPT look at your answers and analyze them in a way where it says, like, you know what? 2 things that resonate between Eric Thomas and Pastor Bishop T.D. Jakes is the energy, the delivery of how they deliver their message. And so what ChatGPT will do is say in one of the commandments, commandment number 1, I will always bring high energy and a unforgettable delivery to each stage I get on. All right. So that's what ChatGPT will do, and it will continue. And whatever it is that you didn't like about Sarah Jakes, well, Pastor Sarah Jakes now is, if you don't like her realness, or I wouldn't say her realness because that makes it seem like it's a bad thing. Authenticity is a better word for realness. But you don't like how long her sermons are or her keynotes are. If you don't like how long it is, or you don't feel like you feel included in her message, then ChatGPT will see that and will see maybe that's a common denominator through all the people that you wrote down, and will say, I will never make anybody feel excluded. That's one of my commandments. I will never make people feel like they're excluded from my message. All right, so do you follow along? You get what I'm saying? If you have any questions about that, like I said, you can go onto my website and we can schedule some time to have one-on-one, and we can sort through this a little bit better. That's www.thedewanalewis.com. We can sort through this a little bit better. You can ask me the questions that you want to ask, and we can go through the output and really, add some more explanation to what we are seeing. All right, so cool. Let's do that. Get those brand 10 commandments. We are moving along. So we have quite a bit now at this point, and this is really a true brand building experience, and I hope that you guys are taking full advantage. These sessions are so valuable, and it's going to help you get to a place where you are going to be able to just strategize and see the money just roll in, because your marketing is going to be on point. But what I don't see is people taking the time to go through this. They just hop straight in and I want my colors to be this, with no reasoning behind choosing the colors. There's no reasoning behind the logo, behind the fonts chosen. And going through this process with me, our sessions will get you to making the right decision as it pertains to the look, the sound, the voice of your brand, everything. We're going to move right through that, and we're doing well. So do not give up. I want to see you in the next session, because from there we're going to be, I don't even want to tell you. This is my favorite part. This is my favorite part. Okay. All right, reel it back in. You are going to have to be a part of the next session in order to, really. Oh my gosh, I'm excited. I'm excited. Okay. This episode was sponsored by YesMa'am.net Hosting and Maintenance. This is a boutique hosting company. This company gives you one-on-one access to a customer service agent, an agent that you do not have to share with other people. This agent is going to be with you the whole time throughout your whole duration of service, and you don't have to keep telling your story over when you call, breakdown of communication. You don't have to worry about all that. This agent will remember and will keep up with everything that you have going on. All right, cool. Make sure you log on. That's www.yesmamhosting.net. I almost didn't give you that website. Well, I was just going to make you Google it. But yeah, www.yesmamhosting.net. Woo! I think I said enough for today. But do that. If you have any issues, like I said, let's book some time. Let's do some one-on-ones, and we can actually, get this thing under control so that you understand what we're doing. For those that got it, do your thing. Do your thing. No, okay. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. All right. So I want you to remember Jesus loves you and I do too.